Howdy, happy early Wednesday. A little bit earlier than normal. Usually I try to come on around the 3 o'clock hour, but today I have some appointments, and so I had to come on a little bit early. This is Cindy Hackett, Realtor at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Drysdale Properties in Modesto, California. I hope you're having a lovely day. Boy, we went from fabulous weather to outstanding weather. I hear it's supposed to be 98 degrees today. So, woohoo! I'm very happy about that. I hope that you, if you're listening to this and you probably live in the Central Valley somewhere, I hope that you are enjoying the lovely warm weather too. A change from just a couple of weeks ago when it was pouring down rain. So let's talk about what's going on in the market within our MLS, our multiple listing service, which runs from Nevada County all the way down to the western half of Merced, including Placer County, Yolo, Amador, San Joaquin, Stanislaus, and the western half of Merced. So I forgot El Dorado and Sacramento too. They're in there too. So our new listings are down just a teeny bit. They're down 7%. Last week we had 270. This week we have 291 as of today, just Wednesday. And our price reductions number, I think, is a little bit off because our price reductions are down at 12%. We had 226 last Wednesday, and this Wednesday we have 198. But I think that number is a little bit wrong because while I would love for price reductions to be down, which means sellers are better at pricing their properties, I really think that it's 24% higher. Because when I look back at our numbers since April, we've been around 160s, 170s all this time, every Wednesday, that many houses reduced their price on Wednesday. Between 160 and 170 properties have been doing that. Last week was 226, which was crazy, abnormal. That was 41% up. And so if I compare this number of 198 to those numbers, we're actually up 24%. And that makes me sad because that means people have been overpriced and they're just, oh my gosh, fire sale. Let's reduce the price of our house. We got to get it sold because this is the season and so many houses are coming on the market. So if you're looking to buy a home, right now, sellers that have been on for a little while are very negotiable. So take advantage of that. Our pending numbers are up, of course. I expect that this time of year at 329 properties for today. Last Wednesday was 295, so we're up 12%. And then our sold properties are down just a tiny bit. Last Wednesday we had 227, and today we have 202. And I think some of that's my fault because I had to go on a little bit early, and we close escrows throughout the day. And so right now people are scrambling to get that escrow closed. And so I think that number probably will be higher over the next couple of hours. So let's talk about our contest winner. My contest last week, I was talking about additional dwelling units, accessory dwelling units on your property within the city of Modesto. And the contest was to go hop over to my website, cindyh.com, CYNDYH.com, and look under the seller tab and look and see what was the first category there. And the first link that's there is for a company called Maxable Space. And they talk a lot about accessory dwelling units regulations down south. And also they call it the Bay Area, but it's not really the Bay Area because to me, Bay Area is San Francisco, Berkeley, Oakland, San Leandro, that area, that is Bay Area. And they're talking more about Fremont, Milpitas, etc., which to me is more Silicon Valley. But that's a great place to go to get the process started, or at least to get some questions answered. And even though they don't have your county or city, they're still very happy to help. I also have two other tabs. Oh, so who won my contest? Miss Penny, one of my buyers, and I've worked with her family for quite some time now. This is on its way to you, my friend. All right then, she was the first one that sent me her guess and that was Maxable Space. So congrats, Penny, right on. Also, underneath that heading of sellers, underneath Maxable Space are two more links. Modesto City Development Codes, and I just put Modesto there for now. And then the third tab is also regarding Modesto City, and it's ADU info. So while I did put all of this information out there for you, made it easily accessible, and that was a bit of a phone call and two people to the city to say, just tell me where I can find the rules. That's all I want. I just want to know what the rules are. And they were really, really, really pressing me hard. We want an address. And I'm like, I don't have an address to give you. I'm a realtor. I want to be a great resource to my clients. I just want to be able to direct them where they should go. Two people to answer that question. But in talking with the second person, I did find out why it is so incredibly subjective. And one of the main reasons why it is crucial, if you are considering a property to buy that you may want to add a second dwelling to, or convert maybe the garage space into an additional dwelling unit, it is incredibly important for you, even as a buyer, when you're considering a property and saying, hey, I might turn that garage into like an apartment, or something for my mom to live in a couple years. That sounds great. And then maybe I can rent it out later on. So as a buyer, head down to the city, go to the planning division. You don't need to make an appointment. You can just sit and wait. I've done it a few times, and the wait is really not that bad. And ask to have them punch in the address. You can even call them, as long as you can get somebody to answer up on the phone. You can call them, give them the property address. They will plug it in and start the preliminary investigation for that property, because it can be a really quick yes or no. It could be a really quick no. It's a lengthier yes. But part of that process is, or part of the potential problem or hiccup is that you might assume, hey, my neighbor across the street was able to do it, so I'm sure that, I just live 30 feet from his driveway, so I'm sure if he could do it and it was legal and he did it all in the up and up and it was permitted and everything was good, I should be able to do that too, right? Maybe. I hate saying that as an answer, but maybe. And part of that reason is there's certain setbacks, there's certain parking space requirements, there's certain square footage requirements, all kinds of stuff. But the biggest and quickest no is saturation numbers. And so your neighbor that did it across the street or next door or around the block or whatever the heck may have been able to do it because they were the last one that could get in. And now that particular area, not city, but that particular area, and I don't even know what those numbers are, may have hit its limit of permits for accessory dwelling units. So while your neighbor could do it, maybe they were the last one to be able to get in for right now, until an accessory dwelling unit, maybe somebody made one in their garage and they reconverted it back to a garage, and now there's a space available for you to be able to do it. So that is why all the information is there. You can have a look-see over the regulations and codes, but to satisfy your own knowledge, you need to call the planning department of whatever city you live in, because state rules are here and city rules are here. And they are the ones that actually govern whether or not you're able to do it. And so you need to go to the city that you live in, go to the planning division of your city and say, hey, this is the address of where I live and I want to consider an accessory dwelling unit. Can I do it? Or this is the address of the house I want to buy and I want to put an additional dwelling unit on there. And is it possible? And just get that process started. Get a hard no right up front, or get a strong maybe, and then carry on from there. Okay, well, I hope that I've been able to answer some questions for people. And if you have any real estate questions, or you'd like me to talk about something that is of particular concern to you, send it my way. You can email me at Cindy, C-Y-N-D-Y, at cindyh.com. You can text me or give me a call at 209-566-5828. I love to chat about real estate. And certainly if you're in the market to buy or sell, I'm your girl. Give me a holler. I'm happy to help. All right, I hope you have a fabulous week. Enjoy a wonderful weekend. I'm going to be up in the Bay Area at a crazy, crazy concert. Very excited about that. And I hope you have something fun planned too. All right, take care. See you next week. Bye-bye.